veins. On the pitch where the glory remains. The cockerel stands brave on the crest. North London pride, this ain't no jest. From Lane to the new shining ground. Echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time. We march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire.
Sorry, I am really angry. I'm going to start again. I'm not even going to go through the first part. Just welcome to THFC to a Die Newsbeat. Am I still muted? No, okay. I am pissed. I am really angry. I'm angry with the football club. I'm angry with Daniel Levy. That's it for me, by the way. I'm now Levy out. I really am Levy out. He can fuck off for all I care now. I think this is a straw that's broke the camel's back for me. And I got to be careful how I say things and how I phrase it, because A, I don't want to get our channel into trouble. B, I don't want to get struck off myself. But what's going through my head at the moment is it's a lot. Look, we've stated from the very beginning when we broke this about 2 months ago, and we did state this at the time, and people can come back and watch shows we've done. Just go away. Where is it? That the deal had been done, but as it's been stated from the start, if Arsenal made a formal approach, he would choose them over Spurs. He's an Arsenal fan. No question about that. What's pissed me off, if we take so long over fucking transfers and trying to get them in the door, we took forever trying to get Morgan Gibbs White through the door, and we fucked that up. This was this was supposed to be a done deal. We broke it Sunday that it was just about that Crystal Palace were waiting to get a player in, which is true. Palace wanted to get a player in before they let Eze out. Then you get the injury to Havertz and Arsenal straight back in. Right, what do you want, Palace? We'll give you that. Fine, we'll match it. Get the player in. And we're in embarrassment of we just so angry. I can't even put into words how angry I am tonight and how I feel about this. I just so I'm trying not to say something that get me into trouble. That's how pissed off I am. And tonight was all going to be all about Thomas Frank's revolution at Spurs with Eze coming in, and Eze could still come in. Eze could still come into the door. He could still, that deal is more or less done anyway. As we said, the deal is done, but he will choose us over us. I'm just angry that why does it take us so long to do anything? And is it the ownership? Is it Lang? What's Lang doing? Seriously, where is he? Is he playing with these private dolls in his office? Is he playing Snap with Daniel Levy in Hotspur way? Do you know, this is the one player that Thomas Frank wanted in the squad. I want Eze. Well, go and fucking get him then. Instead of pissing around, playing with your marbles, playing with your computer set, and setting up weird things in the boardroom and get a fucking deal done. Oh, razzle dazzle. Well, you're not the only one who's annoyed right now. I am so annoyed. Look, I want to welcome a few people in. I do have some news tonight for you guys as well. Over things today. Look, I'm not going to let the is that it there? I think so, yeah. I'm not going to let the I just hopefully this won't I have just had enough. I have just had a complete enough of this football club. After 41 years, I'm done. I am completely done with Levy and Enoch and everything else to do with it. I did say that if this transfer window did end up being a shit one, I would actually be Levy out, and I'm standing by that. So let me know, Tequila, what's it like being the Levy outside? Is it nice and warm over there? Let us know, because we're an embarrassment. We're an absolute embarrassment of a football club. We really are. Right. Ooh, that looks a bit bad. Never mind. Anyway, let's welcome a few people in, guys, and let's go. Big up to Giant68. Big up to my panel and chat, guys. Big up to you, Giant. Big up to Tequila. Get him, Tequila. And yeah, big up to Tequila. Hope you feel better. Yeah, Tequila had a small bit of surgery done today by the dentist. He's not feeling the best, bless him. So, yeah. Look, Tequila, I hope you feel the better. And great to have you back soon. I would love to join the rant, but currently I can't talk. My minus prayers have been on. Yeah, I know what you mean. Big up to Wayne Bonner. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're ready for a nice, calm stream. Like, fuck. Not you, Wayne, but like, fuck. We're gonna big up to Villain 1982, James. UTF. Eze is a gooner. Oh yeah, I forgot you're not a member. Big up to Lily Tune Music. There will be no Thomas Frank revolution if Daniel Levy can't spend money. We might as well be relegated. I'm not saying we're going to get that far, Lou, but look, I get it. You're pissed. So am I. I'm really pissed. What we've got? Piss. I'm not even in the mood for joking tonight, Wayne. I am that angry. I am really angry. Big up Villa 1982. We need this takeover now. I will wholeheartedly agree. Big up the column as well. Big up to your column. He says this deal could have been done and signed off in the Spurs shirt 3 weeks ago, but you sat with your finger up your ass because of an injury to another player. Look like it's too late now. Yeah. Big up to Razzle Dazzle, Grumble. So annoyed right now. So am I, man. So am I. Big up to Tequila. Says sits with his feet up. Leave it ain't fooling me 25 years in a row. I'm annoyed at myself for being fooled for the first 5 years. No, not really, because you will feel as powerless to do anything about it. Being Levy out sucks, really, because you feel powerless. Yeah, I know. Oh, I don't know. Hey, bro, big up Spurs chat. Big up to you, Tony. Hope you're doing well, bro. The tequila is that it's not the anesthetic. You're not dreaming this. LOL Razzle Dazzle. It says I'm totally off my ass till about a few hours ago. I should have asked the doctor to give me a doggy bag of stuff for tonight. Yeah. And Wayne says what pisses me off more is how few people actually saw this happening with Eze and Savinio. Can't wait to see what bargain basement crap we bring in now. Well, look, I've always been the optimist, right? I'm always going to be the most optimistic fan going. Look, we know the news we've got, okay? But we could end up still getting Eze. Who knows? Some fate of some reality somewhere along the line, it could happen. Look, the deal is done. It's about getting it over the line. I know I think Palace have reached a verbal agreement with Leicester over their player. So maybe this could get going. Look, we can all be. I just, yeah. Always need that extra supply for a Spurs. Full stop. Yeah. Big up to you guys. So let me know what you think, guys. Well, this is what I got off the people we use. Right. Arsenal have Arsenal have explored a deal around 65 plus add-ons with 30 million up front. Crystal Palace are demanding closer to 67.5 million all-in fee and plus achievable bonuses. With Eze's release clause expired, Palace are in control of the talks. Palace break replacement plans. Palace do not want to lose Eze without cover. Link with representatives, including Abali and Kokurisi of Leicester. Now, that is apparently on Sky. I think I read something that they reached a verbal agreement on that deal. So hopefully that will release him. With other creative midfielders, other than Gladstone, Palace manager confirmed Eze will start to play in the Conference League tomorrow, showing no imminent exit. Arsenal interested but hesitant to match Palace valuation. Havertz's injury has sparked fresh internal talks, but no movement yet. Spurs pushing harder, seen as front runners with willingness to reach the 60 million region. And then it says Arsenal remain interested in Eze but face hurdles. Palace wants 67.5 million after his release called expires. Players set to feature in Europe this week. Spurs are currently working harder. So if you want any bit of if you want any glimmer of hope, I think the last bit is Spurs are pushing harder. I think with Arsenal now, I think Tottenham will get this over the line. There is other news as well. I don't know if I can use it, if I can get the thumbs up. That I can use that. I'm just waiting for the thumbs up if I can. Anyway, I'll wait. Well, if I get confirmation, I will let me yeah, I'm sure once I get confirmation. Big up to pretty sure El has a release course. Yeah, it was something round. I don't know if my source who's actually watching the show tonight, big up to your source. Big up to the one person we use. I don't know if it was 22 million euro. 22 million euro, I think, relegation release clause. I will get that confirmed. Something around that price figure. So yeah, so I think, look, it's easy to achieve that. Big up to Giant 68 Dermo. As we know, verbal agreements mean nothing. That's true. Got to go and get Leicester player for Spurs if they say it's not happening. I just look. I agree everyone's angry tonight, and everyone has a right to be angry, and everyone should be angry. I've just got this at the bottom of my gut that he will be a Tottenham player. Now, I may be the whole Mary of optimistic people, but I still think it might happen. It ain't over till it's over. So Rocky told me, and I'm sticking by what Rocky told me. He told me it ain't over till it's over. It was 24.5 million. So is that achievable for Palace? Yeah, I think it is. But as I said, as Rocky said, it ain't over till it's over. So I'm sticking with Rocky. Spurs should have been pushing harder from the beginning. Wayne, this should have been sorted 3 weeks ago. You know that as well as I do. This is Tottenham Hotspur. What we do great. We just fuck up everything. Big up to you. Where I want to go is where this guy's look. Tonight was all about Thomas Frank and a revolution that he's beginning at Tottenham Hotspur, and a revolution that he can bring us to the promised land. And if you look at the time that the previous manager was in charge for the 2 years at Tottenham, and even in the first few games that Thomas Frank has been in charge at Spurs, I have seen a remarkable change in the way that we play, in the way that was set up, in the way that Thomas Frank has players playing for him. And it is so refreshing to see a manager on the touchline really barking out orders, barking out tactics, barking out telling players what to do. And seeing a manager that we did have standing there with his hands in his pocket doing nothing, to a manager now prepared to go up and down that touchline like a caged animal and barking instructions out, coming back to his coaches, right, what do we do now? How do we change it? It's so refreshing. And I liken it, right. I'm liking it to when Poch had it, when Poch was I liken Thomas Frank to when we had Poch. The difference that Poch did in the second season under him was remarkable. And what's really angered me about tonight's deal and what's happening with Arsenal and Eze, how much we need an Eze in our team, how much we need that type of quality in our team. Tottenham have known for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks that we needed this done. And like Morgan Gibbs White, we sat on our ass and we did fuck all about it. We let Newcastle take us to school, pull our pants down, spank us one, and send us back to North London with a towel between our legs. And Crystal Palace had done the same thing. Oh, no, we can't let the player go because we need a replacement. Oh, no. He's going to play on Sunday. That's fine. Yeah. No. He's playing in Europe on Thursday. Do you know, I cannot. Who's running the football club? Who's doing this? Who's getting down and doing these deals? And again, we're letting another manager down. Again, we're not backing this manager. And it'd be the same old story in the same old thing in 18 months' time. The fans are going to turn on Thomas Frank. We want Frank out. We want Frank out. Frank this, Frank that. We sack another manager and another manager comes in. All the good feeling we had going into the Burnley game with Charles, of Romero signing his new contract. The goodwill coming into that game, getting a good result on top of the contract and everyone feeling with the good factor. And again, we've been shown up for what we really are. Is that we're a big club in name, but we're a small club in action. And what I mean by that is Tottenham Hotspur have a small club mentality, where Tottenham Hotspur is a big name, but we have a small club mentality, which is led from the very top. And if you are leaving out, and there is many people that are leaving out, the Keeler's been quite honestly telling me from day one, Dermo, don't get excited. Don't. He's going to let you down. He's going to let you down. And again, you'll be back to where you are. And I yeah, he did. To get it right, small club mentality. Conte said it, and boy, he has been proven right. I just want us to act like a normal football club for once in our lives. And everyone complained about Alan Sugar. I was watching a thing last night for the 94-95 season when Alan Sugar, we got banned from the FA Cup. We got 12 points deducted. And plus, I think it was a £800,000 fine for irregular payments that we made in the 80s under the previous ownership. By the way, which Alan Sugar and Terry Venables forward the information to the FA. And Alan Sugar fought and got us. What did he do that summer? He goes out and gets us 3 players. Right. I take it you're an Arsenal fan, right? And I'm glad you're having a good laugh. But he ain't your player yet. He's still at Crystal Palace. You haven't agreed a deal with Crystal Palace yet for Eze. So he could still be coming to Tottenham. So I wouldn't be laughing just yet. Just because you got one journalist, David Ornstein, who's an Arsenal fan. Anyway, of course he's going to put something up about Arsenal, coming up and saying, oh, Eze's joining to Arsenal, yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to take no prisoners tonight. That's the way I'm feeling about people putting shit comments in the chat. I'm really not. I'm really not going to take any shit tonight. Because, do you know what? We do a job. Our job on this channel is to give you the latest news we get. And we give it to you in good faith. And we give it to you as honest and as the best way we can. And we always like to keep you guys updated. We always like to keep you guys in the know when it comes to Spurs. I don't know what to say. If I'm being honest, I really do not know what to say. I'm that stunned and that angry and that pissed off with my football club that we can let this get to this point. I don't want you saying, Anthony. I mean, you've been slagging me off in the comments for a while now. Oh yeah, well, I'll tell you what, you can ha ha ha. There you go. Ha 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 ha, you're banned. There you go. Piss off. You know, it's a funny one because you trust your football club to do the right thing, to get the right players in. You trust your football club to make sure that in the window to get the players in to improve you from last season. And we don't do that. We just never do that. We never do that. And as much as I still think deep down in my pit of my stomach that Eze will end up at Spurs, I'm angry that we've let it come to this. We've let it come again that another club can come in and take a player that we have been after, and we've said, right, this is done, that's done, right, let's get the deal done. We pissed around for 3 weeks when there was a release clause there. We'll pay the fucking release clause then. If you want that player, pay the release clause, get it done, get it over the line, get the player in the door. But no, we don't do that at Tottenham. No, we don't. We just piss around for 3 weeks. We just play tiddlywinks with ourselves. You know, and then, Arsenal coming in from, we better do something, we better do something. Well, it's too fucking late now. You know, instead of saying, right, Palace, bang, there you go. If we got all this money to spend and we can spend so much up to FFP and PSR, what are we doing about it? What are we doing about it? We're not, well, we can spend up to 200 million. Yeah, well, fucking spend, mate. We haven't even sold a player yet. I mean, we've got Bissouma, who's causing more hassle within our squad than anyone, is still at the club. He should have been gone months ago. And that's another thing I want to complain about Ange Postecoglou, by the way. He could have nipped this in the bud 2 years ago if he actually done the right thing. Sorry, my mic's a bit. If he'd done the right thing 2 years ago and disciplined Basuma properly 2 years ago. But he didn't, did he? So Basuma thinks he can do what he like. So I just turn up late for training. Don't worry about it. I just take balloons before a game. Hey, don't worry about it. It's Tottenham. Danny Levy's got the same attitude. It's only Eze. Don't worry, we'll get him. We'll give it a few weeks, guys. Don't worry about it. We just sit there and twiddle our thumbs and stick a finger up our ass and hopefully all things might work out. Don't worry about it. It's grand. It's going to happen anyway. It's going to happen sooner or later. Don't worry about it, guys. We'll get him. We'll get him. Arsenal come in. Oh, fuck. We've got to do something now. Well, yeah, you should have fucking done something fucking 3 weeks ago. Sitting there playing with your rubber duck. And people warn you. People tell you, Dermo, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. You'd be grand. Don't fall for it. He's lying to you. He's cheating you. He's pulling your leg. He's pulling the wool over your eyes. And you see people talking about Levy, right? And I've always tried to be balanced when it comes to Levy. I've always tried to be balanced with the argument with Levy in or Levy out. I've always been balanced with my opinion on the man that runs our football club. I've always tried to be balanced. And I can't be balanced anymore when I see too much of this bullshit happening again and again and again and again and again. This window was supposed to be the start of a new revolution under Thomas Frank. This window was supposed to be the start of a new era in our history. This window was supposed to build on what we want in Bilbao. And again, we piss it up. It's like we are Tottenham Hotspur are recovering whatever. And we get on the straight and narrow, but we fall off the wagon. Because we can't even get a fucking transfer done right. Oh, yeah, we'll go and buy Danso and Tell. That's easy because buying Munich owes money. Daniel Levy loves that sort of deal. We're going to buy Danso. Yeah, okay, not a bad signing. Matthias Tell, do you know, jury's out on him. And we're forever trying to proclaim that we're going to get this. We're going to do this. This is the year, guys. We want to win the Premier League. We want to win the Champions League. But with what? With what players? With what? How are we going to do that? If you don't buy better players and better players to improve the players you got, how are you going to go on to win the Premier League? How are you going to go on to win the Champions League? You're not. We're going to get our asses kicked in the Champions League this year. We're going to be made to look like fucking mugs. Because Daniel Levy will not go out and buy a player that we could have bought 3 or 4 weeks ago by paying the fucking release clause. That's all he had to do. That's all he had to do. Pay a release clause. It's not difficult. I mean, I'm quite thick. I suffer with dyslexia. I'm autistic, whatever. I'm not the smartest fucker in the book. Believe me, I'm not. I'm quite stupid. I'm quite thick, and I'm quite slow to pick up on stuff. Socially, I'm a nightmare. And I don't get things social either. I don't pick up on social things. I don't pick up on everything. But even me could have done a better fucking job than this knobhead's done in the boardroom. He sits there pounding so much BS. It's unreal. He sits there spouting, I want to make Tottenham to win the Premier League. I want to win the Champions League. Well, instead of spouting out the BS, go out and fucking do it then. Go out and pay the money. If you can't do the job, if you find the kitchen too hot for you, get out of the kitchen. Isn't that the saying? Now we have Vivian Lewis there on Saturday next to Daniel Levy. She needs to take Daniel Levy outside the club, kick it, say, thank you very much, Daniel. You've put us into a great situation now. You've put us, business-wise, thank you very much. You've done all you can. I'm taking over the club now. I'm running the club. I'm going to show you how to run a football club. Well, please just do it for all that is mercy. Vivian, if you're watching this channel, and God knows why you've been watching a little small Tottenham channel, but if you are watching it, will you please, for all that is holy, will you please take over our football club? It's not just my football club. It's everyone's football club. Everyone that's a subscriber watching this that are Tottenham fans, it's our club. We won the Europa League. Holy Jesus, how we did it, I don't know. But we won the second most important European trophy in Europe. And this was the summer to build on it. This was the summer to say, right, this is what we're going to do. This is the players we're going to add. This is what we're going to do. This is how much money we're going to spend. And we're going to do it. And we're going to try to creep on to the big boys. Tottenham was supposed to be a top 6 side, right? And after 45 years of supporting this magical football club, this is my 45th season supporting Tottenham Hotspur. I have never been more disillusioned with an ownership, more fed up with an ownership, more frustrated with an ownership, more angry with an ownership than I am right now tonight. And I understand what I tell you, Jessica, what's right. And I bless you, darling. Bless you, honey. I know what you're saying, and you are right in what you're saying. But we see this again and again and again and again and again and again, and nothing ever changes. Nothing ever changes. And I'm the Tequila will tell you, and he's in the chat, and I'm sure Column's in the chat as well. No one's more optimistic about Tottenham than me. I'm more delusional than Column's Manchester United fan, but I'm more delusional than I say James and Tequila, and I'm sure Tequila will admit that. But even I can't contain what tonight means, what tonight means for us, what it means for our season, what it means for our window, what it means for the next 9 months, what it means for Thomas Frank. What does it mean for Thomas Frank now? What does it mean that if we can't back a manager, and look, our fan base is a very fickle one. We will if Frank loses on Saturday to Man City, right? How many people will be going on social media? How many people will be putting in hashtag Frank out? Which I think any manager that comes into a football club should have a minimum of 3 windows. Any manager comes in should get a minimum of 3 windows. You've got 3 windows to prove to us you can do the job. And I think Thomas Frank can do the job. I think Thomas Frank can be a great success at Tottenham. I believe that, and I've always believed that. And I've always liked Thomas Frank. I've always liked what he did at Brentford. I've said it before we got Ange. I wanted Thomas Frank in. And we, again, are not backing managers. We're not backing Frank. We didn't back Ange. We didn't back Conte. We didn't back Mourinho. Did we back Poch? Sort of. And again, after 25 years, what does end after 25 years, has anything taught us after 25 years with Levy in charge? What is the one thing that it's taught us? It's taught us that we don't dare to do. That is supposed to be our motto. To dare is to do. We do it. To dare is not to do. To dare is we won't bother. To dare is we'll try again next year. We've got good enough players here. I'm sorry, Bazuma should have been kicked out of the club straight away. He's a bad apple. He's a crap footballer. And he's let us down one too many times. And he should have been out of this club already. You look at it, it's just I'm tonight. I don't know what to say to you guys. I don't know what to say without it coming across as condescending. I don't want to come across as condescending. I don't want to come across anywhere else, but I'm passionately how I feel about my football club. I love my football club. I love Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. It's the second love of my life. Mrs. Tron's the first love, of course, and my family and my friends. They're number one. Number two is the channel and Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. The channel and Spurs are linked, I suppose, in a way. And I was hoping to come on tonight and have a laugh and have a joke and share with you the good things and the humor and getting excited for Man City on Sunday. And now tonight, I'm telling you, I am done. I am done with Levy. I am done with Enoch. I am done with it, a lot of it now. And I don't know. I don't know. I suppose every fan has his own breaking point. I suppose every fan has his own point where they say enough's enough. A lot of fans were Levy out after Martin Yeo was sacked, and rightly so. And maybe since starting this channel before years on Saturday, since starting this channel, maybe I've seen more of why people are Levy out than I previously did see. Because you, as running this channel, you've got to give all the news that you see. You do watch alongs, you do pre-match, you do post-match, you do in depth. And I just had enough. I've had enough for all. When Tequila's better, I'm sure me and Tequila will do a show and with James as well on the Enoch Levy thing and probably lay bare how we all feel about the ownership and what was our breaking point. I know Tequila's been there before me, and I hope that he can accept that I've always respected his view. I've always respected his opinion. And to be fair, he's always respected my opinion on Levy. And I hope he can welcome me into his side in the neck of the woods and probably we can do a show, the three of us or even the two of us, that maybe at the end of this window, why we are where we are with the ownership, why are we at this point? Why does it have to change? Why does change for Tottenham have to do more? Why does everyone now at the end of this window have to turn up for every protest, for everything that change for Tottenham do? And yeah, I'm delighted with, look, I'm not going to be a hypocrite here. I'm not going to say that I agree with some of this, what some Levy outers say. I don't agree with it all. I think if you want to protest, you do it peacefully. I think if somebody wants to go and buy something in the club shop, that's down to them. If you want to support, do Levy out in your own way, that's down to you how you do it. I'm still going to be sort of balanced in my way and my approach with Levy, but when it comes to transfers and windows, I'm done. Business side, I can't fault the man what he's done. Look, again, see, I keep using that's my vocal point as my point where I start. I know what it's like to be in the financial ruin of a football club where we nearly went out of existence. And a lot of older fans in this chat who follow this channel, that remembers the bad old days. And maybe I've always, as I said, I'm an optimist. I try to look at the good in everyone. I try to see the good in it, what anyone does, and what anyone sees or does. I always try to look for the good in people. And maybe Eze will get done. Maybe Eze will find his way to Tottenham somewhere along the hand. But at the moment, I don't know what the latest is. I'm trying to find out what the latest news is on it. I am trying to find. I don't know if Tequila can. I don't know, Tequila, if you can let just wake her chat, wake her. Just trying to see. Just give me 2 minutes here, guys. Oh, I would love to make this a member show. Do you know that? Let me know, guys, if you're a member. I might put this into the members stuff. I might actually rejig the show, make it a member show. Guys, if you're members, put a yay, yes or no. No, I'm not going to be angry at you, man. I know. I know, man. Look, big up to you, Temmie. Big up to you, Teamy. Honest to God, man. Yeah, big up to you, brother. I hope you're doing well. I got 1 or 2 Arsenal fans I truly respect, and this is one of them. Even me do banter in the armory and that. We do a lot of bantery, but big up to you, brother. Have to go. Listen, have to get you and Brenny on for the North London Derby preview. I would love to get you on the channel, man. Good to see you. Yeah, I might do that. Tequila, I don't. I think I can do it actually. Right. Yeah, exactly. That was actually the idea. So let me sorry, I've got a sore throat. I've got a frog in my throat here. Right, come on. Where are you? Where are you going? I shouldn't have done that. I went the wrong way. Right, post. Right. Make it to all channel members. If you go into the member section, guys, the link, I think it might be in the post section. Or in the membership section, there will be. I have put it for members only. The StreamYard link is in there, guys. Come on and join me and have your say on this. Come on, Giant 68. Come on, everyone, come on and let's go. While you're doing that, while I'm waiting for people to come on, let's go away from the let's go away from Eze deal in a little while and let's talk about this. Tottenham's 3 games have been changed from non-TV rights to TV rights. Now Leeds is now a 12:30 kickoff on TNT Sports. Now, what with the star behind it, it will be moved to an 8 p.m. kickoff of Tottenham playing the Champions League on Wednesday, October the 1st. Then we've got Aston Villa on the 19th of October, which is on Sky as well, which is a 2 p.m. kickoff. And then the last game to be changed in October from non-TV to TV is Sunday, October the 26th, a kickoff 4:30, away to Everton. So come on, guys, if you're members, come and join me and have your say in this, because I'm sure we've got a lot to talk about. If you do enjoy what I'm doing, please hit the like button. Please do hit the subscription button as well. Do pick up your memberships and do send in your super chats as well. it will help the channel grow. And anything that super chats do give to us does get put back into the channel again. Yeah, good man yourself. Good man, Timmy. We'll organize it through Bobby and that, and we'll see if we can get Bobby on as well. Yeah, grand man. Absolutely grand man. Great to have you on. Right, members, come on. This is your chance to have your say. Yeah, here's your chance to let Enoch know this is not cool. Just don't use too many bad words. Exactly. I just right. Okay, so who we got on? Don't bring me on. All right, I want that. That is fair. What else do we have to say? We have this. Now, this is the legal response, right, between Ineos and Tottenham. Tottenham did cancel the Tottenham did pull out of the deal for Ineos. Manchester United owners launched countersuit against Tottenham, and it relates to Harry Kane. It goes on to say, this article, this is in the Spurs web, by the way, guys. In a response to Tottenham Hotspur legal action against them, Manchester United owners Ineos have now countersued the North London club, accusing of holding sponsorship talks with Audi linked with Harry Kane's sale to Bayern Munich in 2023. I do apologize this bit. I have got wrong, by the way. On or around the 3rd of August 2023, i.e. early in the contract year 2, Todd Klein of the club, Mr. Klein, indicated to Ashley Reed of Ineos, Mr. Reed, that the club have been in discussions with the German car manufacturer, Audi AG, in connection with the rights which were the same as or substantially similar to the rights granted to Ineos under the agreement, or the club have been talking with Audi in respect of rights which were exclusive to Ineos under clause 4 of the agreement, according to Mr. Klein. The disclosure and or talks related to proposed transfer of the club's player Harry Kane to German club FC Bayern Munich. So, look, again, Spurs are in a lot of shit at the moment. So there you go. So we're not only lost Harry Kane, we're going to lose Eze apparently to Arsenal. We're now getting countersued by Ineos. Doesn't get any better this day, does it? Fenerbahce and Galatasaray ready to go head to head. Please take him. We'll give you for a €5. There you go, €5. We'll let him go. Let him go, €5. That's it. He can go. Don't talk about the idiot. Big up to Carl Simpson. Carl, come on. Come on. Corey, Tony, Davey, Mary, Ryan, get your ass into gear. Get on this. Get on this channel. Come on. Let's make this a bit of a round table. Levy needs to go. That was his last error, as it all falls on him. He was in charge of that deal. Remove him as chairman. Look, this is where Vinny and Lewis has now to say, right, sorry, Daniel, that's it. We're going to remove you as chairman. It has to be done. It has to be done now. It really does. Just gonna get a drink for myself, guys. Look, it is very hard to. Right. Okay. No, Tony, if you want to come on, look, we all know we're very balanced on this. Look, if I'm ranting about Levy, come on and tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong. So hit, where the member is, the link's been put into the member section of the channel. So go and hit it. Come on, Tony. Adam, everyone's respected by the views on here. Okay. That you do not say this to other people. And he's actually paid for his membership. So he's entitled. God, who's Figgy Dowdy? Wait for the camera to come up. Hello, Mary. How are you?
Hello, Dermo. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Look, Mary, how are you feeling tonight? Are you like me, angry, or you just after? No, look, this is my 45th year following Spurs. Are you just saying we've seen it all before? It's just another day in
Yeah.
Tottenham land.
Well, we have seen it all before, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it's no surprise to any of us. Leaving it all to the last minute, and then there's no way back.
Yeah. Mary, look, I've been very balanced with Levy. I don't know where you're on the Levy train, but I've been very balanced in my opinion on Levy. Where are you now with him? Do you think a change now has to be made at the top?
Well, we thought at the beginning of the season with a change of personnel that it was coming, change was coming, but it doesn't appear to be so, does it? I mean, he's a good businessman and he's kept the club. I mean, we remember the days when we were nearly going under.
Yeah.
So obviously that's an improvement, but he's got this wonderful stadium. We've been to it. We've seen what's going on. We've got all these attractions, but at the end of the day, it's not coming forward on the pitch, is it? He's not putting the money forward.
No, and seeing Vivian there on Saturday, that left me a little bit heartened that maybe she's going to start getting involved now. Maybe Vivian Lewis is going to start taking the reins. If this falls true, does she have to now take control? Say, right, Daniel, I'm sorry. Thank you for what you've done, but you need to go.
I think Levy has to step down altogether. Otherwise, it's going to be a ghost, like Banquo's ghost, like Ferguson at United, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Levy's got to go altogether for there to be any real change.
Yeah. And how do you see that happening? How do you see that change happening? Does he have to go now? I mean, does he?
No, I don't think he'll have to have his fingers prized off the doorknob, won't he? Because he's not going anywhere of his own volition.
Right.
There'll have to be some way the Lewis family dealing with it, because otherwise, I'll say he's never going to step down. He's making far too much money out of the club, from what I understand.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, Dermo, there's been nothing but terrible recruitment. When money has been splashed out, it's been spent badly generally.
It has,
and things have got to change from top to bottom. Really,
it is. I mean, what hurts me, look, we've seen the great 80 sides, right, Mary, like Hoddle and Waddle and Gaza and Lineker, and even back then we had to sell Chris Waddle, didn't we, to buy Gary Lineker, and we had our chairman asking Robert Maxwell for a loan. I think. Yeah, I mean, if anyone doesn't know who Robert Maxwell is, just either ask your parents or look up on YouTube. He was the owner of Derby, wasn't he? Yeah. Was he the owner of Derby?
Yeah, I think so. And he was trying to take over Oxford as well, because Oxford's my local team. And I go and see them when I've got no other choice. Yeah. But so it was it was multi-club ownership. That was on a different level in those days. Nobody cared about that sort of thing now, but now it's all different, of course. Well, officially. Yeah.
Well, I want to ask your opinion on go away from Eze a little bit on Basuma. I mean, I had my rant tonight about Basuma. He has to go. I think as much as we love Ange, I think Ange should be held accountable for not dealing with Basuma's probably bad behavior. I think at the start of the first season and last season as well. What should happen to Basuma now? Should Frank just freeze him out completely at the first team and say, right, that's it, you're not being done? Because we can't have him in the group, can we, if he's a bad apple? That's going to upset the apple cart.
He's a stickler for discipline, Frank, obviously. Yeah. And I don't really think that Basuma's been played correctly since he's joined the club. I remember when he absolutely wiped the floor with us for Brighton, when he was in a forward position, almost a number 10 position, and he just absolutely ran the show, and he played so well. And when we got him in early on that season, everyone was delighted with it. But he's never really shown that form again. There have been glimpses of it when he's played well, but I don't think he's been played in the correct position.
No, I mean, I saw him at Palace last year, and he was woeful when I went to see him at Palace. But I don't think he's been the same player since he got sent off for Luton. I think that was the game.
I think it's off-field antics and that sort of thing. It don't bode well, does it?
No.
I think it's time for him to go.
I think so. We do have a bit more breaking news, but it is from Ben Jacobs, guys. That apparently Eze to Arsenal will be done by this Friday, according to Ben Jacobs.
Mm.
I mean, look, it keeps coming back to it, doesn't it, Mary? That we just haven't got the deal done. It's so
No, it's been so protracted. I think everyone's just got so fed up with it now that they don't really care whether he comes or not. But it's left it too late to get anybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, all these deals.
Yeah.
All these deals should be done. I mean, I know it was difficult this time with the new manager and this sort of thing. They all went off on holiday for about the first month, didn't they? Levy and then Frank and the rest of it. But all these deals should be done before you kick the first ball. Surely, even if you miss pre-season, you've got to have players in by the first game. Surely.
Yeah, you do. Do you know? Look, for me, I think the transfer window should be changed. I think the transfer window should finish a week before the start of the season.
Definitely.
I think also, I think the Premier League have made a run for their own back with all this as well, with the transfer window and how it's done. I think football agents need to be shifted out of the game completely. I think they're running at the moment, and I'm sure as Colin says, you're all welcome to come and support Doncaster Rovers. I think we might do. Colin might take you up on that.
Might be a bit less stressful.
Yeah, probably would be. Where are you thinking on Sunday, Mary, with Man City?
Well, I don't know. It could go either way. City aren't the same team of last year. I don't think they're going to roll over like they did after a certain period. I can't see us get. I don't know. Our defence is pretty good, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's hard to say, really.
Yeah, I must admit, Tequila says Barnet are better. God, I remember Barnet's pitch used to be. I don't know if it's still the same pitch where it was on a hill back in there. I don't know if it's still used the same, but Jim Greaves played for Barnet. If people may not know, he did. In the early 80s, I think he played for Barnet. Scored from a corner, apparently. Look, I'm angry with the ownership now. Today's my day where I become Levy out with this.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I don't know where you on that Levy out bit, Mary. But if it wasn't today, when was the day that said, right, I've had enough?
Well, we don't really know the extent that he has a say in picking the players. He obviously has a say in all the transfers, handing over the money.
Yeah.
But he interferes, as far as I can see, he interferes too much in football matters. And he should stick to his business because that's what he does well. Leave the football to people who know what they're doing.
Yeah. We've got Corey Boy coming in as well. Big up to Corey. How are you doing, man? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, man. After how many years has this guy run this club, and we're not surprised this has happened again? You know what? I've done my utmost to keep myself away from talking on YouTube, being on YouTube about football the last couple of days, because I had a sneaking suspicion the longer we take with this Eze deal, the longer it wasn't going to happen.
I don't know. Where are you on it now, Corey? Whereabouts are you on it? Look, Mary is right. Me and Mary, as I've said, we've gone through. We've seen a lot worse than this. We've seen players come and go. But where are you on this now? Where do you think it went wrong with Eze? Where do you think it did go wrong?
Taking our time, biding our time instead of showing the intent from day one, messing around and playing about with a transfer. Like at the end of the day, it's not just a transfer; it's the player's life. He has to move club, everything. Start all over again. It's not like he's moving far if he was to join us or even them down the road. It's the fact that Levy was trying to win again and it's cost us another very good player. We've got a track record of doing this. Down the years, I've seen us have players come in and do a medical with us and then join Chelsea. We won't go down who we're going to talk about there.
Yeah.
I've seen us have interest, but the player not be interested. We're now also linked with Savio, who Pep doesn't want to sell to us probably because of our chairman. So again, Levy has no inkling or clue of what it takes to be a football owner. He is a businessman first, and it should have sent shudders down our spine when they first come in 20 odd years ago and said, we're here to make money. Again, they're here to make money. That should have sent the alarm bells out to everybody, you know?
Yeah, I think back then, and maybe Mary, you can correct me, but with Alan Sugar, them 10 years under Sugar, that was really laid in the foundation, wasn't it, for what we went through under Scholar? We had to rebuild the club, didn't we?
It was a nightmare. We had to do something. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Corey, I mean, you're a younger fan, so all you've known is Enoch, right? That's
I'm
all
40. Younger fan. Ooh. Yeah, I'm 40.
Well, you're younger than me anyway.
Yeah, no, but I've seen
Mary's
us go
younger
through
than the rest of us, by the way.
Well, you know, that young lady up there. Nice to see you. I've seen us go through the ringer, haven't it? Like the 90s, we nearly didn't have a club to support. Alan Sugar bailed us out. Then we went from signing okay to world-class players under Sugar to selling up and then selling to a bunch of bozos that couldn't manage, mind my word here, piss up in a brewery. These guys couldn't get it done. We've been linked to players. We're hoping to do the Bale and Modric all over again by finding a diamond in the rough and trying to press it so much it turns into a diamond. And it's just getting to a point now where I see us linked to players. I'm like, yeah, we ain't got a chance. It's getting to a point now as a Tottenham fan. Like, I know people have protested last season. I went to 2 of the protests, would have gone to 3 of them, but I was sick for the 3rd one, sick as a dog. I've been to the protests. I've been on countless channels for my disdain of this ownership. I've been Levy and Enoch out since Martin Yol was sacked at Getafe.
Yeah.
So we're approaching the 18-year mark on that, or something. It feels so long ago now. Was it 2006 he was sacked? Something like that. And it's like we're going on to like 18, 19 years of me being so anti-Levy and so anti-Enoch and Lewis that I've just got to the point now where I'm so bored of talking about this ownership and how it's run, because you've got other fans sitting there going, but look at what he's built for us. Look what he's given this club of financially sustaining ourselves.
On that point, and I think it's the right point to bring up, and I want to bring Mary back in as well. Business side, I think he should be congratulated for what he's done on the business side. Now, I just want to talk about that for a minute. Everyone has their own right to how they see Levy. Maybe you're different to somebody else. Say Tony in the chat who's Levy in, right? Everyone has their opinion. Everyone's right to have an opinion. Everyone is right to have their thoughts on the ownership. But can you separate the business side of Levy from the footballing side of Levy? I mean, where are you on that? And I'll start with Mary, then I'll go down to you, Corey, on that. Where are you on that, Mary? Can you separate the two? Or is it all in one ball for you?
Well, I think that Levy's made it all in one ball. I think that in other clubs, it's not the same. The football team, the football side of the club gets on with it. And perhaps the final okay, especially with large sums of money being involved, then obviously the business element's got to be involved. But with Levy, he just interferes with football matters, obviously. To always try and going for the cheaper option, always delaying, always haggling like some Arab street market. And, you know, it just hasn't worked, has it?
Ooh.
You've now put an image of Levy and that sort of thing. That's in my head now.
Well, he won't enjoy that analogy, will he?
It's like Aladdin, isn't it? You put the disclaimer up at the beginning. Now on Aladdin, there's a disclaimer like this may cause offence. It's like I just want to watch the cartoon and enjoy my ride as a Tottenham fan. Get Levy out, get Enoch out, and put somebody in there in charge of it. I can't separate the business side of it from the football side of it like Mary here. At the end of the day, I now see us as Tottenham Hotspur in name, not as in football club anymore. We are literally there to make them money and screw what the fans think.
You got the likes of Vivian Lewis, though, who does care about the club. That she has stated that she rather see Tottenham Football Club win than the business side. If she was to come in and take over from Lewis and say, right, and come out and say, right, we're going to change tack here. This is what we're going to do. Would you accept that? Would you welcome that?
Well, that's Lewis's daughter, isn't it, Vivian?
Yeah. But would you welcome that?
I would. If she is Tottenham through and through, isn't she? She supports the club. She's seen the glory of what this club can be. I mean, in my short 40 years, I've seen us win FA Cup, 2 League Cups, and now a Europa Cup. So I've seen 4 in. So like you can put that down to 1 in every 10 years. I've seen my club win something. I'm so fed up of being the bunt of the joke from fans and the banter club that we are. We've become, like I said, only Tottenham in name. We're not Tottenham in football club anymore. The fans are so divided. We need a uniting manager, which we've got in Frank, I believe in, but we need more of that from the board. If they're really going to show intent, put your hand in your pocket and show the fans who for the last 25 years have put their hard-earned wages, life savings into your club, and putting money in your back burner. I mean, we've seen some top quality players come in and go. And it's like, what have they done with that money? Kane, we did nothing with, really, did we?
Well, I don't know. We bought a few players with Harry Kane's money. I mean, if I always say, you look at the Paratici's windows on the Paratici, and the players we bought in: Romero, Pelro, Udogie, Vicario. If you look at the quality players we bought in, they're on the main side of that team that won the Europa League. And Romero, I think the other bit of good news is that Romero's now signed a new contract.
Yeah.
And I think that's good for the club.
It's good for the club. It sets a precedence for players like that as well. But I mean, for so long we used Son and his name and his good, his good fortune to say, right, thank you, Sonny. You've been a servant to us. We've milked that guy for everything that he's worth because we knew he had a backing of a nation. Like I've said this before, in modern football, take away Beckham, how many countries have had that one player that unites a fan base, unites a nation? Ronaldo, Messi, Son. Those 3 players alone in the last 20 years of football have brought in all their fans from their countries to wherever club they've gone, supported well and put money into the club. And those clubs, apart from us, have put the money back into the club and brought players. So United did it with Ronaldo, then they sold Ronaldo. Messi was at Barcelona for all of his career. I literally thought he was going to be that one club man at Barca, then went to PSG, then went to America. Ronaldo, he's gone from the back parts of Portugal to the best league in the world in the Premier League to wherever he's gone and won stuff. So he has the right to say that he's got that with his nation on his back. He's won stuff with his nation. I mean, you've got to really go back to how many years has it been for, as England, you got to go back to Beckham was the last one that kind of united the English, as a supporting fan base. But
Roy Keane for us.
Roy Keane for you, yeah.
Roy Keane for. I just want to welcome Colin in. Big up to you, Colin. The legend, the myth, the man that he is. He is the number 1 Manchester United fan in Doncaster, and he's going to buy Tottenham. Him and me are getting together. We're gonna put our money together and buy Spurs, aren't we?
I think I've got a spare £2.50 somewhere.
Yeah. So
when I get some money, I'll dip in, shall I? We'll have a whip around.
We'll all dip in. We'll make 20 quid to see can we make that. Right, Colin, I know why you've popped on. So do you want to explain to people what's happened and why it's happened and why we were right to do what we did on the channel? But do you want to explain to people and just explain? I'm still the optimist. I still think it's going to happen, but that's just me. I'm delusional. So that's just me.
He's not sitting there with glasses on. He's got rose-tinted glasses on.
Yeah, he has.
They're off now.
There we go. Let's see those pretty blues.
Shit, I don't like what I see. No, that's it. The better on.
Life in normal and HD.
Yeah. Go on, bud.
So obviously, just to clarify, we do get news from very reliable sources. At the point of time, given everything was 100% nailed on, it is literally only because of this injury to Havertz that this has now progressed. Yes, injury. We don't know whether it's true or not, but this injury.
Someone walked up your ass behind him with a baseball bat and crocked him, didn't they? Like,
yeah, must be.
He's actually got.
That's why they've come in. But that's why they've come in, and it's all happened today. Every single bit of it has happened today. They have come in today, spoken with Eze, who they already knew would choose Arsenal over Spurs if they came in. And Arsenal have basically pretty much agreed a £60 million deal with add-ons on top. So they've matched Spurs' price, but Eze is pushing the move to Arsenal. Probably going to happen Friday. he's going to play the game tomorrow because he's already been registered. But as I said to Dermo before, that release clause was there, and Spurs were waiting and waiting and waiting for the release clause to go because they thought they could get a better deal, and now it's come back to bite them in the ass.
Again.
Can you give us any hope, Colin, on what's coming up? What could, is there any sort of horizon for us to look for at the moment?
There's plenty of stuff going around, obviously. Like, I'm saying Eze to, obviously, Arsenal on Friday, but that's come from Ben Jacobs. That's not come from anybody we use. And obviously, it's not come from any of the other big names on the social media platforms either. So there is still hope with the Eze deal. However, it's probably the minusculest amount of hope. Now, you have started talks with a player from Roma. Is it Pellegrini? I think his name is. I think an opening bid of 7 million has been put in, which I think is a little bit below their asking price, but not too much. And that's a deal that could potentially happen. And now, obviously, Spurs will be working very hard over the next 2 weeks to find some sort of player to bring in to replace the loss of Eze, because even though Pellegrini is a good player, he's not at the caliber that Eze is. So it'll be working hard on that. I'm trying to get updates from the people we use, Dermo.
I know.
And they are currently frantically ringing about to try and get any information.
Yeah.
You got the links to the kid in France as well. I can't remember his name, Calamondo. So I think the attacking midfielder. I mean, I watch a lot of different divisions, and if we are linked to the player that I think we're getting, he's a very, very good top player, and he's on the Eze level easily. I know it's the French league. Some people may look down at going, pew tin league, but to be in the French league and be at one of the top clubs in France, you've got some sort of pedigree there.
I just want to say very quickly, I'm looking in the members group, and I will get to that, guys. I will, after I finish the stream, I will go in and find out what's been going on, and I will find the person who's responsible, and I will remove that person.
Okay, so an update here. Palace have accepted the 60 million package for Arsenal. Yep. So, yeah, it'll be Friday. It'll get done Friday.
Oh,
that's come from. I've just got a message from our source saying they've accepted.
There goes out my my joyful channel prediction on Friday that Eze would score the winner on Saturday. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
But this shows how quickly and how fluid the transfer window is.
Yeah, it is.
Because Sunday they were not interested. Even big people like Romano, everybody said Arsenal are not in this race. It's all Spurs. And one injury has completely flipped it around.
Yeah. And it shows really, doesn't it, Colin, as well, that if you're a big club like Manchester United, like Arsenal, like Chelsea, you go in to get the deal done. You don't wait. You don't haggle. You don't try to find a better deal. You just pay the money.
I won't put United in there because we waste about 6 weeks trying to sort out, a £2 million difference. So don't put us in there because we're as bad as you are in transfer window apparently. So
yeah, I mean, look, I've asked the guys below. I'm going to ask you the same. Levy, has his job become untenable?
The footballing side of things, yes, 100%. As a businessman, he is brilliant. He generates so much money that comes into the club. He's got so many business ventures. He's got no other fingers to stick in pies because he's got that many. He needs to either step aside now for the sake of Tottenham and let somebody take over full control of the footballing side, a bit like what Sir Jim Radcliffe's doing at my club, or he needs to just sell up completely. Now, the latest we have on this takeover update is that talks have stalled at the minute because Daniel is not willing to give up footballing shares. He wants to keep hold of so much percentage, including the footballing shares. And the interested parties have offered for him to stay the majority and he can keep over the business stuff, but they will take over the football stuff. But Daniel wants a say in the day-to-day running of the football side.
And that's what angers me with Levy. He is so controlling of the reins here that he's not going to give over until a monster offer comes in where he walks away or he's cold and gone, you know, at the end of the day. I'm not going to say it, but the guy needs to just step aside. Thank you. You've built us this massive stadium. You've brought us the NFL. I'm a huge NFL fan anyway. You've brought us concerts, boxing. What next? Wrestling. You know, you've brought us all this in, but step aside. Let someone with a footballing brain take us forward. We can't keep living in this. We hope we find the next Bale. We hope we find the next Modric. It's just not. It doesn't work like that in football anymore.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. Look, I'm going to end it there because there's some other stuff I need to sort out within the membership group. So I'm going to need to sort that out now. But Mary, thank you for coming on. You are the queen of this channel and you are the queen of our membership group. So everyone needs to respect Mary and treat her with the utmost respect she deserves.
Thank you for having me, Domo.
No, I've really enjoyed it. I'm going to try to make this a regular thing every week, get the members on to have their say. And I think as the season goes on, me and Tequila and James will try to get more of you on. Before I get to you, Corey, Colin, thank you for coming on. Really appreciate it for explaining it for people that don't get it. Where can people find you? Because I know there's going to be some changes around the channel as well. You're sort of stepping away from the channel and move and doing because you've got to concentrate on Manchester side thing. But where can people find you, sir? And put your link in the channel as well.
Yeah, I'm going to be stepping back from the Spurs channel. You will see me from time to time, so you ain't got rid of my ugly mug. So you're stuck with me for a little bit, I'm afraid. But yeah, I'm going to focus on the Man United channel that I am part of, which is the Man United Agenda, where all fans are welcome, just like this place. You know, all fans are welcome here as long as you're respectable and you actually debate with us and don't just call us out for being silly little clowns or whatever you want to call us. I'm keeping it PG. So you'll find me there.
Bullshit.
But yeah, I know. But I've got no money to put in swear jar. Dermo fines me massive if I swear.
I do. 50 pence.
Yeah, it's massive. And we've got
you can't even get a Mars bar with that anymore.
No, you can't. Not even a no, you can get a Freddo. Freddo and a half.
Freddo and a half.
Yeah. But you'll see me from time to time, so like I said. And there is 5-tier football as well, which Dermo does do shows on, where we focus on the lower leagues mainly on that show. So you'll find me there as well, or on X. If you want to talk to me on X, let me know.
Yeah. So, Mary, do you want to plug anyone, or you just want to say anything about before we get Corey to plug his channel? But do you want to plug anything, or do you want to say anything?
I just want to say that I came to your channel, Dermo, through Irish Hotspur. And you know what great guys they were and they are, and what they're doing is well worth watching. They pop up at all times of the day and night, and just get the notification bell and see when they come up. I'm sure you guys already do.
Yeah, I mean, big up David's the mothership. He gave me my break when I started in this YouTubing world, but I have to say, Colin, when he joined me and helped me in the background, he's put us onto a different planet. He's really put us onto a different level, and
brilliant.
It's like Yoda, and he's a master Yoda. He's now retiring to where planet is going to wait for Luke Skywalker, and he's in charge of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I don't know what's going to happen.
The story of how I actually met Dermo, and I'll make it very quick, is he was doing a show, and I randomly found this channel, and he was talking about something, and I just put in the chat, Harry Kane's going to Bayern. And he was like, what? No, he's not. No, he's not. And then it all started ramping up, and he messaged me saying, what? How did you know that? I'm like, I'll put you in touch with my source. Don't worry.
Yeah. And I'll tell you one thing. Don't worry. Our source ain't going anywhere, and Colin ain't going anywhere. And it's still going to be thing. And I've got a question to ask you in the background, Colin, so we'll ask you that. Corey, where can people find you, sir?
Well, there is a channel that isn't football that I'm associated with Philly and Rintech. We are blockbusters, movies, games, and television. We talk everything from cult classic movies all the way up to your modern day computer game and anything in between. Me and Philly did a video tonight talking about an anime that came out the last 20 years called Yu-Gi-Oh! And its impact. So there we go. We've also got another video that I'm talking to with one of my friends that actually does the World podcast. So he just literally did the Worlds tournament this week as a podcast host. So me and Joe and Philly are going to be talking on there about Pokemon, anime, and every game in between. So that's going to be a good debate.
Yeah, well, listen, thank you for coming on. It's not the show that we wanted to do. It's not the news that we wanted to hear. But, guys, it is what it is. But we all love Tottenham Hotspur. And we'll all be behind the team on Saturday when we cross that white line and play Man City. Colin will be...
I'll be a Spurs fan. I'll be a Spurs fan that day because I can't stand City.
Like I was a Man United fan last Sunday when you played them lot down the road.
Jinx does.
Yeah, I know.
And that new dodgy rule with football and goalkeepers, eh? Hold the ball for longer than 8 seconds.
Yeah. No.
But anyway, guys, we're going to leave it there. Listen, any more breaking news, we'll bring it to you first and fastest, as we always do. Not on tomorrow, having a day off tomorrow. And then I'll be back on Friday with a member show at 5 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Join me for that as we build up to Man City. On Friday night, I'm going to do the Under-21 watch-along as Spurs start their home games of the Under-21 season. And then on Saturday, you got Before the Whistle, the watch-along and final score to show you all the latest on Manchester City. And then Sunday, there will be a post-match show for the Man City game. And guys, it all starts again Monday as Premier League starts up again. Guys, also get your Premier League predictions if you're a member. Get your predictions into the members WhatsApp group. I will put them all together. And then on Friday, I'll bring them up. And then on Monday night at 8 o'clock on Newsbeat, we will go over it and just see who's won. Hang on. We've got a bit of news.
No, it's not a bit of news. It's not a bit of news. Get your memberships now because there is another signed Spurs shirt up for grabs. And I will give Dermo the details later.
Ooh. There you go. See Mary getting excited there, rubbing her hands. Right, that's it. I want that shirt. But anyway, look, bribes are acceptable. Bribes are accepted. I will take brown envelopes.
So how close to the simple little brewery do you live there? You know,
not far, but if you can do a bit of an Arsenal deal, I'd be quite happy. Come in like Arsenal, swoop in.
I'll get you a 6-pack of Guinness.
They're bribing the wrong person here, Derbo, because I will have the shirt, not you.
That's true.
I'd say I'd get you a United ticket, but at the end of that, I'm not getting paid anytime soon.
It probably won't work, mate.
It's like that thing. I'll do anything for 20 quid. Come watch the United game with me. No thanks.
Our ticket system don't work, so the ticket you got me probably wouldn't work. So it's fine.
Yeah. On that bombshell, we will leave it there. Thank you all for watching. Come on, you Spurs. And Big Thomas Frank, we trust.
Eyes on the